Hey, Chew here. So we actually have some emergency patch notes for an emergency patch in 6.5, and yeah. First up, we just have a lot of adjustments. I think it's mostly for DPS mostly. But anyways, for Duelist, right? We have Elsa Bloodstone. Huntress's ult is toned down. Now Glutrox suppresses enemies for a shorter duration. The bar for Elsa to release Glutrox is raised, and the monster becomes a little less unbreakable. Reduces Glutrox health from 500 to 400. Reduces dash duration from 6 seconds to 3.5 seconds. It adjusts the enemy grab hitbox from 6 meters length, 6 meters wide, and 3.5 meters height to 5 meters length, 5 meters wide, and 3.5 meters height. Um, so to release I think that's a ult charge rate nerf. They're not really specifying. They didn't add that, so maybe I misunderstood. Uh, Less HP. It won't take you as far as it has less time to drag you, and it's a smaller hitbox. I think that's a good way to go about it. One thing they could also nerf is the amount of like overshield she has when she dashes. If that's also going to stay, she still stays like kind of top tier. Next up, we got Hawkeye. The archer must stay laser focused to deal meaningful damage. Okay, yeah, laser focus as we've all seen. Reduces piercing arrows base damage from 34 to 28. Reduces the base damage of a fully charged arrow from 85 to 70. When boosted by Archer's focus, the damage of a charged arrow is down from 175 to 160. Uh, you're still gonna one shot all of most of the DPS. Um, I think you're just gonna not two shot some tanks now. Um, that you're only really gonna notice this if you're a tank, or maybe you're gonna need a little bit more focus for squishies to get that one shot. But the issue with Hawkeye is the biggest issue with the main thing that makes him so oppressive is just the one taps on like half the cast or more than half, honestly. And you can't really get rid of that or change that to a meaningful degree without completely gutting the character. So I think it's not really going to do much, but people aren't going to talk about him as much for as long, which is good, I guess. Hela, the queen of hell's threat now extends only to a limited extent. Damage fall from Night Sword Thorn will start at 18 meters, and at 30 meters, maximum fall off drops to 70% of the base. Was 80% beyond 25 meters. Two critical hits will no longer KO a 250 HP. No more infinite range two taps. That doesn't really change anything, honestly. The issue with Hela is she's still gonna be extremely strong at a range. The issue with her is that even close up, or is that like with close up, even like Daredevil or just dive isn't too strong into her still because she can just two tap. I think the range is really strong and it's a big part of why she's poked, but the problem is she still wins fights close up. Um, I think what they need to do is bring her back down to 250. Just bring her back down to 250. They just did it to Phoenix, and I think there's still probably some things they need to do with Phoenix, but that I think is a good start. I think it's a good start, much less suppressive. King of Cards takes a slight hit in survivability and damage, going from 275 to 250. I don't know if I like that. Breaking Space now grants 10% damage boost, was 15%. I don't know about that. Um, Honestly, I don't think Gambit was a ban anymore. Anyways, I don't think that this is what he needed at all. But well, I'm not Xiong. I don't know how to say that correctly. I'm sorry if I butchered it, but yeah. Thanks for watching.